Hello folks and welcome to an inkdependence.com brief video review and water drop test. This time we've got Toucan Turquoise. As you can see, this is a very turquoisey turquoise ink. No real surprise there, although there have been some surprises in this Toucan set. Scarlet not being particularly scarlet, for example. Royal blue being a light blue, that sort of thing. But this one, very competent turquoise. I was using it in this here pen, which is a Lamy Vista. I think everybody's seen those before. They're no surprise. So there's a fine nib on it at the moment. So that's what I was writing with. This ink could be a little bit more saturated. That's my only complaint. It really reminds me mostly of Schaefer's turquoise, which is a pretty great turquoise. No surprise there. Most of the Schaefer inks are great. And as I say here, it's just like Schaefer turquoise, except that this one is not nearly as saturated. So if you want to go for a less saturated turquoise, one that will shade more perhaps, be a little bit lighter, this is the way to go. You can see here, I didn't have any turquoises inked up. At one point I had, I don't know, 5 or 6 turquoise inks all inked up at the same time. This is not that time anymore. This is my last turquoise ink for a little bit, I think. Looking at what's coming up, yeah, last turquoise for a while. So if you've had enough turquoises, great, me too. Also, it looks like I've got a lot of Mont Blanc coming up soon. 90-year gray, I actually just got another bottle of from Apple Boom Pens. Thanks very much, Apple Boom. I've already reviewed that one, though, so we'll have to figure out something else to do with that. Maybe I'll give out a whole bunch of ink samples or something. We'll see how it goes. Of course, Mont Blanc Pink, Mont Blanc JFK, and Mont Blanc Defoe. So all of those are coming up soon, along with Diamine Salamander, one of my very favorites. Anywho, none of these are anything like turquoise. The Aqua, also not like turquoise. Aqua, remember, is a standout from yesterday. Do check out Aqua for sure. Turquoise? Yeah, perfectly good turquoise ink. It's not a surprise, but that's okay. It's sometimes you just want an ink that just does what it's supposed to do, and that is write well and look like the color it claims to be. So that's what we got. All right, so water drop test here. And there we go. It's got a little bit more staining power than I kind of expected. We'll give it a second, see how it goes, and then wipe it away as per usual. All right, here we go. There we go. And yeah, not great. Not stellar water resistance. None of these have. And that's okay. Not every ink has to be water resistant. Not everybody's looking for a water resistant ink. The thing to notice about these inks, though, is that they are all mixable together. These all come from AndersonPens.com. Thanks very much, Brian, Lisa, and Dave. And here they got new employees. It makes them like a 4-person shop. Interesting. So this is the sample vial they come in. This is a 3 milliliter sample. These are the biggest you're going to get that out there in the market. There are a couple other places that do 3 milliliter samples, but other places are 2. This is 50% more ink, so do it that way, I would say. But if you want to try this out, definitely get a sample. They're like $1.25 for 3 mils. No big deal. The full-size bag that these come in, I don't have any of those. I need to get a couple. Maybe I'll buy a bag of Umber here at the Raleigh Pen Show. But they come in, I want to say it's a 60 mil bag. My website will correct me if that's wrong. Maybe I'll put a little post on here if it's wrong. But I think those go for $10. So definitely check that out. Here's the chromatography for this particular ink. There we go. Chromatography. And you can see down at the bottom, which is here, that almost nothing stuck around. So no real expectation of water resistance here. But you see a little bit of green perhaps in there, making it turquoise, blending away the blue. These inks are all mixable together. Probably they're all mixed together to make different colors, although I don't have that for sure, but maybe. And then here it is on the mendocine paper, which is these little word cards. If you haven't used these word cards before, they come in groups like this. You get 100 of them at a time. Come on, focus. There we go, it's a little better. And they're just kind of bound together with a ring, and then you can do ink swatches on them and such. So these are great. I get mine at Jet Pens. Thanks very much to Jet Pens for every once in a while sending me a bunch. I appreciate that a lot. All right. What else? I guess that's kind of it for this one. This is the finale for Toucan inks. I have finished every Toucan ink. So if Toucan makes more inks, I will be happy to review them. But it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Well, okay, other things anyway. So here we go. This is Toucan Turquoise. Definitely a good turquoise, although kind of a typical turquoise. That's fine. Check these out at Anderson Pens. Check me out at inkdependence.com. That was my finger. And check out patreon.com/inkdependence. There will be a link at the bottom of your screen to find out how you can support the blog. Every dollar helps, and I really appreciate my supporters. Shout out to all my patrons. Thanks, and word out.